Hi guys, it's Claire. Today I thought I'd talk about my writing process a little bit and how it's going overall. As you guys know, if you've watched my last videos, NaNoWriMo is coming up pretty soon, so I've been working on my NaNoWriMo project, and it's been kind of a struggle for me the first few days of outlining. I think it's like the 7th today when I'm filming this, and I don't know, the outlining process has been taking a much longer time than I thought it would. Basically, I was working on a much larger fantasy style project, and I took a break from that because I felt like I needed a break from that project anyway. I took a break from that to work on a new project for NaNoWriMo because I kind of wanted to come up with a new project and see how fast I could get a new project ready, kind of challenging myself a little bit. But I'm not sure that was the best idea because, I don't know, the project that I picked is in a genre that I haven't really written in that much. I wanted to see if I could, figure out how to plot a book in a genre that I haven't really written in before. And this year is definitely much more difficult in the outlining phase for me. I don't think the writing phase will be very difficult. I mean, okay, it depends on how good my outlining skills are because I outline everything. Like, I can't finish things without writing outlines. I wish that I didn't have to write outlines. I wish I was just one of those people who could just, pick a project and just start writing it and just figure out all the story points in the first draft, but I can't really do that. That's not how my brain works. What I've been writing recently is just working on my NaNoWriMo, outlining and characters and plot, and trying to make sure that there aren't major plot holes because I don't want to edit a complete mess whenever I'm done with NaNoWriMo. I want it to be a kind of viable first draft. Things that has been kind of hard for me this year has just been finding the right story idea for me, something that I want to be invested in and finish. It takes a while to figure out what kind of stories you'll enjoy writing. You can have a lot of story ideas, and you can think that they're all cool, but you wouldn't necessarily write all of them, and that's what I'm kind of struggling with. I have 3 different versions of this story, and I'm not sure which one I would enjoy writing more. And I'm also struggling with the characters. It's a little bit darker than I usually write. It's definitely challenging me as a writer, and I hope that I can complete the outline before NaNoWriMo. I really, really, really want to. It just seems really overwhelming right now with all the writing and planning that I have to do for me to be able to understand the whole plot. I'm also feeling a little bit disappointed with my writing because I did have to take a break with my large project that I was working on for a long time. Basically, with my bigger project, I have had this idea for a really long time, 3 or 4 years. And I've worked on it on and off, but just recently I started going through all my notes and little scenes about it and taking notes and stuff and compiling it all down, and I actually started redoing the outline for that book so that I'd actually know what the story actually is. And I ran into several problems with the plot. I have several characters that I'm not sure should be in the story at all, even though they are very important to the end of the story, but they're just really distracting to the rest of the story. And I found out there's a lot of traveling in my book, which I didn't realize before, and I really don't like traveling scenes or sequences, so I have to figure all that out. I just needed to step away from that project for a little bit and figure out what I didn't like about that project. Tip for writing: if you're having trouble liking any of your characters that you should like, just if you have read the Harry Potter books, I would say just take a second and think, which house would this character be in? Which Hogwarts house would this character be in? Just take 2 seconds and think about it. And for me, I really didn't like my main character at all. I just wasn't excited about writing about her, and then I thought about this question, well, what house would she be in? And immediately my first thought was, well, Hufflepuff, obviously. And I was like, wait, what? But then after I thought about it for a second, I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Of course she's in Hufflepuff. And it made me understand her character a little bit more and like her so much more. I'm still kind of struggling with her character, but I'm not as like, oh, I'm gonna have to write this character and she's gonna be really boring. Like, I understand her a little bit more now, which is, it's important to understand your characters and where they're coming from. I don't think I understood where she was coming from before. She's not really like me at all, and I don't write characters like me that often, but she was so much different from me that, I don't know, it was kind of a struggle to think of writing about her for like several drafts and working on her for a long time. But overall, I feel pretty good about okay, I don't feel good. I feel excited about NaNoWriMo this year, but I don't feel that confident about it. I felt a lot more confident last year. Don't forget to take breaks from outlining if you do outline, and don't forget to make it still fun and exciting for yourself, because outlining can be a really, really hard process. And so don't forget to add more fun writing into that, like especially if you have like this one scene in mind in your book and you are just, I really want to write this scene, just write it down in your document with your outline and just leave it, and then after you finish your outline you can go back and see if it will actually fit into your story, or it could just be inspiration that the rest of your story can go out from. I hope this was interesting. It might not be interesting. I know it hasn't been very interesting to anyone else but me, but I want to kind of record my thought process while I'm writing, and I think it's really interesting to look back afterwards and see what kind of mindset I was in. If you're writing a book right now or preparing for NaNoWriMo, tell me in the comments what you're doing to prepare, and if you're struggling with anything, I can try to help with any questions that you have. And I'll probably be posting another video about my writing process in the next few weeks, hopefully, if I can actually articulate it well enough for anybody to understand. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week. I talk about, you know, writing, plot. I also talk about like stories and movies and books that I like as well. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you next week. Bye!